One of the more forgotten victims of this pandemic is the census and how that's going to be counted. I mean, it's constitutionally required, but how do you go door to door or even make an online count during a pandemic? Joining me right now is Michael Cook. He's the chief of the Public Information Office for the U.S. Census Bureau. Mr. Cook, thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity to talk about the 2020 census.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. How has the pandemic affected the census and the counting right now?
The Census Bureau, just like everyone else, given this unfortunate situation with COVID-19, we are listening to all the public health authorities and ensuring that we are practicing social distancing. We've had to delay and suspend our field operations. Some of our offices there in New York have been affected as well, knowing that we have to practice social distancing. So the census is continuing. And in its continuance, it's continuing by allowing people to self-respond. And so I'd like to encourage people to continue to respond to the census, because the census is actually happening now. 50 million households across the country have already responded to the 2020 census.
Now, how does that work for the more rural areas that may not have the internet access that the more urban areas do?
For the rural areas that don't have access to the internet, we are sending paper questionnaires across the country to all households between April 8th and April 16th. If you haven't responded by then, you should receive in the mail a questionnaire. During our mail-out period earlier this month, when we started sending invitations to ask people to go online and to call into the call centers and to respond, for those areas across the country that don't have connectivity to the internet, we actually sent them a questionnaire, the very first invitation. So we've already started communicating with those people in rural areas and encouraging them to respond in the best way that they want to.
Okay, Michael Cook from the U.S. Census Bureau, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. 2020census.gov. Go there to learn more and to fill out and respond to the 2020 census.